Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Todd Kate. I am here to help you get those healthy habits that are going to lead to sustained weight loss. And I've got 3 for you today. These are easy, low-hanging fruit things that you may not know that you can put into action even today. All right, number 1, we have what I call mindless snacking. Okay? Now, it's no secret that you should be eating with purpose. All right? If you're not eating with purpose, that's just a giant red flag. You have no idea how many calories you're consuming. You have no idea how many, macronutrient or each of the macronutrients you're consuming. You're just consuming. You're consuming because you're hungry. And you might even be hungry out of boredom. You might be hungry because, I don't know, you're just the mid-afternoon and you always eat in the middle of the afternoon. And this is where mindless eating can become a problem, right? I'm going to give you an example of this right here. So this is one of the snacks that I go to. It's like a trail mix. The problem is that when you look at the nutrition label on it, the serving size is 1/4 of a cup. And in 1/4 of a cup, there's 150 calories. It's a trail mix, and you would think it would be high on protein, but that's kind of one of the deceptive factors about trail mix is that it's really only like 4 grams of protein, 14 grams of carbohydrates. The point is that all of that in 1/4 of a cup, and that looks roughly like that. I mindlessly eat, I don't know, sometimes like 5 of those. So yeah, 5 times 150 just from mindless eating, not purposeful, not counting on that, just grabbing a handful here and there. It's a bad deal. We can consume so many more calories than what we intended to by simply snacking mindlessly in the afternoon. Grab a handful of this, grab one of those, grab one of these. Before you know it, you have added an additional 500, 600 calories. And to be completely honest, when it comes to weight loss, the only way weight loss happens is calories in, calories out. You're operating in a calorie deficit. That's the way it works. It doesn't matter if you exercise so much that you burn more calories. Doesn't matter what diet you're on, if you do keto, if you do whatever. The fact is, if you are losing weight, you're consuming less calories in a day than you are burning them. Or you're burning more calories in a day than you're consuming. Whatever. You understand what I'm saying. You have to have a great mindset when it comes to food, right? Food is fuel. It's fuel, literally the gas that runs your body. It is the thing that makes you go on a day-to-day basis. You gotta have a good mindset when it comes to food. Let's talk about healthy habit number 2, which is drinking enough water. Are you drinking enough water? How much water should I be drinking? 8-ounce glasses of water a day is how much you should be drinking. Well, that's what they told us when we were kids, right? And that's 64 ounces of water. Well, there's another formula to find out how much water you should be drinking. And that formula is half of your body weight in ounces. So for me, I weigh 220 pounds. So that would be 110 ounces of water a day. Now that's a little bit more than 64 ounces. So if I'm only drinking that 64 ounces, then I'm walking around potentially in a dehydrated state, which could affect my cognitive ability, could affect my workout performance. There's a lot of issues that come along with being dehydrated. Not only that, it could allow me to feel some of those boredom, hunger pangs in the afternoon. So if I would just be focused on drinking my water, that sort of satiates some of that, boredom that leads to the hunger that leads to mindless eating. So make sure you're getting enough water a day. And a little bonus tip here, it's not just consuming the appropriate amount of water. We also need electrolytes, right? Things like sodium chloride, salt, things like potassium, things like magnesium. These are molecules that your body uses to function on a cellular basis. So you gotta have more than just water. You need electrolytes too, but we'll talk about that some other time. All right, the 3rd healthy habit that you can think about and implement today is, are you consuming too much alcohol? I mean, this is like low-hanging fruit stuff, right? I mean, we all think, oh man, I really shouldn't consume that much alcohol. Oh man, I really shouldn't drink that much. Oh man, whatever. The point is that when it comes to weight loss, what is it? Calories in, calories out. Operating in a caloric deficit. Now, I can have my food dialed in and be purposeful in my eating, but if I'm drinking alcohol, then I'm potentially adding way more calories to my daily caloric intake, right? So, I like an IPA. That's me. I'm not really like a Miller Lite, Pilsner, just lake beer. I call them lake beers. Light beer. Daily drinker, right? That's not me. So my beer that I would drink, and of course this goes for wine, the hard seltzers, even your whiskey drinks to a certain extent, right? My beer is roughly 160 to 180 calories, right? Depending on which one I choose. So that's one beer. I don't know about you, but sometimes I consume a few more than one. Now, if I were to consume 4 or 5, I'm starting to push into that upper 700, 800. And if I have a few more, I could potentially be in that 1,000-calorie area just from consuming alcohol. And see, here's the problem with alcohol. It offers you calories with no nutritional value. I'm not getting a macronutrient, right? So my body is not able to take the protein. My body takes protein, breaks it down into amino acids and uses it. My body takes carbohydrates, breaks it down into glycogen and uses it. My body takes fat, break it down into like glycerol and all that stuff and uses it. That's not the case for alcohol. I mean, there's water in it for sure, and there are carbs in it, but it doesn't offer you a lot of nutritional value for the amount of calories that you're consuming. So just be mindful of that. I'm not saying alcohol is bad. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink alcohol. I'm just saying factor that into your purposeful eating, factor that into your daily caloric intake so that you're not doing all the other things right. You're eating with purpose, you're drinking enough water, but I can't lose weight. I don't understand. Well, you might be drinking an extra 600 calories a day that you don't know about. You've heard that saying, don't drink your calories, and alcohol is a huge factor in that statement, all right? Not only does it offer a lot of extra calories without a lot of good nutritional value, it can lead to dehydration, which is what we just talked about, right? That can cause cognitive issues. You may be drinking the right amount of water, but then you're sort of undoing that by consuming too much alcohol, right? So you're hydrating, but then you're dehydrating, which, that all factors out. So you're not hydrating. Basically, you're still dehydrated. And then one of the last things about alcohol that can be a problem is sleep. There is some research that suggests that even a small amount of alcohol can disrupt your sleep cycle. I personally feel this, right? You're not getting all of your sleep, all the things that happen to you in your sleep. You're not getting that. So it affects you the next day. You feel tired. You feel lethargic. You're not able to give 100%. For me, that's a problem because I work out in the morning. So when I wake up and I've had some alcohol the night before, I know that I'm just going through the motions. I am not working out with purpose because I'm just trying to hang on because of the decisions that I made the night before. So those are just some things to keep in mind. If you want to just get yourself going in the right direction, take these 3 habits and evaluate where you stand with them. Also, I've got something similar to this where we talk about habits. It is a little guide, and it's very similar to the thing that I just went through. It talks about 6 different habits that you can address in your life. Talks a little bit about what the problem can be and how you can correct it. And you can get that at toddkate.com/guide. You will be added to my email list. I promise not to sell your email. I probably will send you emails from time to time. Just know that if that's not what you want, you certainly can either get the guide and unsubscribe or just not do it at all. Either way, I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you so much. If I can do anything for you, please let me know in the comments, or you can contact me on my website, toddkate.com. Thank you very much. Bye.